Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Studio Live today, and this is hashtag Songtember, where in the month of September we will be creating, recording, releasing a song from scratch here just in this month. My name is Pete. If you haven't been here before, this is Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record, and release your best music. And today we will be doing exactly that, because I am a couple of days into my songwriting process here, and what I'm going to do in this video is actually record my hook, my chorus, my verse, my intro. I'm not sure what it is yet, but it's going to be something. Let me show you what we've got going on here and jump straight into it, because we've got lots to get to. But we'll get rid of that Songtember. So this is what we have going on here. I like mobile recording, and I know a lot of you do too. So I'm here. This is my iPhone, and what I did today. So in the previous video, I showed you my little riff that I played there, that bit there, and I've actually recorded that on 2 tracks here on my iPhone. So let's just come in here and take a quick listen to what I recorded and hit play. So there's the original and then the variation upon that. And you can hear me breathing and everything, because I literally just got up this morning, recorded that into the headset mic, like my microphone on my headphones, and then just went for it. So that is what that was. But what I'm doing now, what I did today, is that I took that with me. So the beauty part of GarageBand, the beauty part of mobile recording, is that you can take things with you on the go. So I took this on the go with me, and I took it out and about and started actually recording the rest of this, well, this idea. It's not the song yet, it's just a song idea. So I added in some drums. Actually, I added in some drums there originally. There's someone commenting. I added in some drums originally and they sounded bad. So I muted them and I added in some other drums. So let's now take a listen to this with the drums in here. What I've thought I'm going to do here is, here's the start. Just a little hi-hat there. Just tick it along. And then, just like a 4 on the floor kind of kick drum going along here. Bass drum, as we call it here. And that's really as far as I got with that. But then I thought, well, let's add in some guitar here, because what I'm thinking here, this is going to be a little bit of my Dropkick Murphys style song, not exactly what is it, Kicking Up to Boston, but similar sort of feel, because it's got that kind of Irish rocky kind of feel. And then when we get to the next section here, if we hit play here. So what I've done is I've added in here some guitar. I've added in the, if we just solo, get rid of everything else, it's just the hard rock guitar here. The beauty part of GarageBand is you can add in stuff like this just on the fly. You can just, and then I just did a little bit of a pick slide down there. So that's what I was going with here. And that's what I've got so far. And then I added in some bass as well. So I've just got a bit of a bass riff going on here. So let's bring everything together. Let's bring the drums, the guitars, and the bass, and see what we've got so far here with this song. We'll hit play, like so. Maybe. That's better. So that's what we've got rocking out here today so far on this track. So yes, we've got our acoustic guitar. So the that riff there, we've got that across a couple of tracks here. We've then got the drums kicking in there. We've got some bass. We've got some guitar. So what I thought I would do today is actually lay down some more tracks here. So I'm actually going to replace some of these virtual instruments. I have a few guitars here, and I'm actually going to re-record this because, yeah, these are very scratch recordings, and I'm going to actually get this going on and record the rest of these. Hello to those that are here live. I've realized that we've got a small problem here with my usual streaming platform. So StreamYard is not showing me your comments for whatever reason. So I can't actually see any of those here. But hello to Ron Ward. Hello to Ultimato. Hello, Higgy Drums. Hello, Ethan Lai. Music. I will try to flick over. I've had to bring you up in the background here to see what's going on because I can't see your comments, which is sad because I like to throw your comments. I can see my own comment and then nothing else that's coming up here. So hello, folks. I hope you're doing well. If you're watching on the replay and you're getting some value out of this, or you're finding this fun, or you're participating in Songtember, leave me a comment, drop a like, do all those good YouTube things. But what I want to do is I'm going to show this is going to be a bit of a combo thing. We've got some GarageBand stuff going on. Let's just get rid of this organ. I'm not using that right now. We're going to record in GarageBand and we're going to build out this song at the same time. So let's solo just this first guitar here. Remove everything else. In fact, we'll keep on our drums. We'll keep on that second drum. So we've just got a bit of a beat. We'll put our metronome on. And what I've got set up here, you can't see it, but I've got my Steinberg UR12. I'll knock on it so that you can tell that it's there. And I've actually got my guitar, my acoustic guitar plugged in to the Steinberg UR12 via the direct input. So it's going to record this for me. So what I'm going to do is hit plus here. I'm going to go more sounds. I'm going to go acoustic guitar, nice room, tap on that one. And then if we turn monitoring on and we go to channel number 2 here, which is my guitar channel, then what we should find is that that's there. So we'll just make sure that we've got enough volume. That looks around about right. And what I'm going to do now is hit record, and we're going to record in this guitar, hopefully sounding a little bit better than my breathing one. I've already messed up. This is why we have multiple takes. So I've got that second rhythm in the second part. So we're going to do that one again. I've just hit the undo button. We'll hit the record button and we'll try that one more time with feeling. Hopefully we get it right this time. Kicking in now. I got the wrong chord again. Can you believe that? It's going to be like that. All right, we're going to try this one more time. If I don't get it right this time, we're going to have to stick with it because I don't want 14 takes on this video. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. We messed that up slightly again, but that's okay. We're going to keep that this time. We'll come back and do that again afterwards because what we're doing, you can see here, we're adding some nice, healthy guitar signals here. So we're going to get rid of these first 2 scratch tracks. We're going to mute those out, and we're going to use this as our basis for the rest of this track. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a double of this guitar, which might actually help us because we can record the same thing. So to double a guitar, we're going to tap on this guitar. We're going to duplicate that whole track, but we're going to then make it soloed, bring that one in like that, and what we should be able to see, are we on the right track? Are we on track 2? We are. So, yep, we're cool. So let's hit record on this one, and let's record that same part in again here, shall we? It's coming in here now. messed that up because I tried to play it the proper way and then I messed it up again. This is going to be a few takes in here. So I'm gonna leave it like it was the second way around. So the first way around, and we'll just record that one again. And then I promise we'll move on. We'll play some electric and whatnot. So there we go. That is what we've got for the first two tracks there. They now match. So let's just play around. We'll pan one of these left. We'll pan one of these right. We're going to have a nice stereo sound there. So that's going to be my acoustic kind of sound. What I then want to do, so for now, I'm just going to loop these. So blah, da, da, da. So that's the end part there where we get to track 20. Track? No, you know what I mean. So we probably just want to loop those around. I might play those in afterwards because what we're then going to do is I'm going to bring in like a guitar that's going to do a... In fact, let's just record that in now, but let's do it on a separate track. So we'll duplicate this one out and we will go to here. This is what it's like when you're writing a song. You just need to start noodling around, getting things in the right spot. So once it gets to that point, we're then going to go to a hanging out on a G chord. So let's hit record here. And what I figure is we'll just hang out on a G chord here for like a verse after the intro. For like, and then we'll do that like. So that's sort of the idea of what it moves into there. So we've got that recorded down now. So that will all link up there. Now, the bass that we have here, I kind of like. So what I might do is I might grab my bass guitar. Let's unplug. Always just randomly pull the plug out of your guitar and then just throw it to the side. No, don't do what I do. Do what I say, not what I do. Is that the old adage? But we'll grab the bass. And we'll grab the tuner because I don't think I've tuned my bass in about a month. We'll turn on the tuner there and we'll make sure that our bass is going to be tuned up. Let's plug in the bass so that we can actually hear it playing. Plugs in down there. Are you ready for it? Clunk, 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 clunk. No, that's good. Not monitoring, so it's going to be okay. Now I'm going to use a bit of a picked bass kind of sound here in this one. So if we take a listen, we'll just unsolo these ones and we'll come in here and take a listen to what I've got with the bass. What I want it to do at the start here is a little bit of this. So just like do a bump and then like a bump. So while the acoustic's just doing that, it's just going to play those G's and bump like that. So let's convert this bass now into a real bass. So we'll bring on all of our acoustic guitars. We'll get rid of everything except for the drums. So what we should have is drums and our acoustic guitar here now that we've recorded. We'll hit plus here. Let's go in and add a bass amp sim, shall we? So we're going to scroll across here. We're going to go to amps, more sounds, and we want main categories. We want a bass, and we probably want clean or distorted. We might just want a clean heavy bottom. Heavy bottom. All right. So what we need to do is tap on our little monitor here, set monitoring on, put input 2 on, and there's our bassy bass sound, probably coming through compressed on YouTube, as it tends to do. And we need to, I should have tuned beforehand in an absolute amateur move. We're not tuned. Oh, we're in reasonable tuning, except for the E. Yep, you are literally watching a man tune a bass guitar. Excitement plus. So that's a pretty cool sort of bass tone that we have there. Make sure that we come into here and that we've got the right sort of sound going on here. So, yep, everything's cool and everything's schmool. All right. So let's just do a quick test recording. I like to do this just to get my levels right. So we're not playing along with that yet, but if we go back, yep, that looks about right. So what you want to make sure is that you're not clipping, you're not going too heavy on the bass, but you've got enough signal here to make it look all good and nice. So let's just delete that sucker, and we're going to, all right, so let's hit record. Actually, I'll show you a cool tip here. What we're going to do, let's just pretend. This is what I like to do to record here. I'm going to pretend that I'm recording vocals, but it's just going to be a dummy vocal track that's going to be nothing. Because if you've got a 2-channel interface, you can do this, yeah? We can come in here to voice, and we can just pretend we're recording on channel 1 here. We've got no mic plugged into the interface right now, but what we can do is actually record to both of these tracks. The reason being, now I can record out here. I don't have to be in that stupid view that's just the bass amp. I can record out here, and that's super cool. So let's hit record on this one now, and you'll see what I mean. We can watch as it goes along here. So we're going to record on that second track, but it's not actually going to be anything. Let's get ready to play. There's our first bass note, and we're going to hit a G again. Now we're going to be like, now I don't quite know what bass part I'm going to play for this next part, so where I'm just hanging out on the G. I haven't written this yet, but let's just make something up on the spot, shall we? What do we reckon it needs to be? Is it just going to hang out there on the G, or is it going to bounce around a bit? Yeah, I reckon we just do a bit of that. Let's just try that. And this is where it changes up. Not good, but so yeah, I've got to write that next bit because I haven't worked out the chords for that, but I think that's going to sound good with something along those lines. So we're coming together here, yeah. We've got our acoustic down, we've got our drums, and look, here's that vocal. So yeah, nothing records there, so we can just delete that. It just means that we can hang out there on the right screen when we're recording that. So we're building out the start, we're building out the hook. We got this idea for this song coming together, yeah. We've got our drums. We don't need any of these tracks anymore, and we can now continue on here. So let's just play this back. I just want to make sure that it's all sound and okay here. Get rid of our metronome because we don't need that with the drums that we have. There's our hi-hat on the drums. Turn that bass down a bit. Yeah, kick drum comes in. I knocked over my acoustic guitar. I was in the park one day. I'm obsessed with parks. No, it's not going to be about a park, but I don't know the lyrics there. And it's not going to do that tune because the vocals in the verse have to do something different. They have to go la 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 la, something like that, but not that. All right, we got our electric guitar plugged in now, and once again, in a true act of professionalism, we have not tuned this sucker. So let's quickly do a tune up. Ma ma ma. Our G string's always the one that's out of tune. Don't you hate it when your G string's playing up? Oh my goodness, he tried to make a G string joke. D string's a little bit flat, A is a little bit sharp, and our bottom E is a little bit sharp as well. We're okay. We're in good stead. We're nearly getting there. Hello, how are you, by the way? If you're just tuning in here, what I'm doing is writing or continuing to write this song here in GarageBand to get my Songtember idea down. If you're not involved in Songtember, you should be. It's cool. It means that we're all going to be creating. We're going to be writing, recording, and releasing a song in the month of September. We're going to get this done. And hello, Barry Smith, who is here as well. When the iOS 13 come out, do you think they're going to upgrade on GarageBand? I really hope so. I really, really do hope so. Higgy Drum says, sounds like a group of musicians jamming. Yeah. And Ron Ward says, oh, is that guitar okay, Medic? I know it was my Taylor too. My Taylor, she fell. Yeah, it was my own fault, so I can't blame anyone but myself. All right, so let us bring in our guitar. So we'll leave that dummy vocal track there. We'll just unsolo it so we don't hear it. Let's add in here. Now we're just going to bring in, we'll use one of our distorted amp sims here, shall we? Amp sim distorted. The one that I like here to use for something like this is my Seattle sound. We're going to go with the Seattle sound, and we will tap on the little guitar jack if you're using this. What we need to do, I'm going to turn my volume down. I'll turn my volume down on my input gain for my guitar, because whenever you're using a distorted tone, it's a good idea to not blow your head off or the heads off of people you're live streaming to. So let's go to channel. Let's go to input number 2 and hit done. And now we should be able to slowly bring up our volume. Oh, it's clipping. Oh, we don't have monitoring on, do we? It helps if you turn monitoring on. We'll turn the volume down again. We'll tap on monitor, and then we'll turn it back up. Whoa, there we go. So now we should have, yeah, there's our Seattle sound. And again, we don't sound like we're quite in tune. All right, we're good now. All right, so we're going to monitoring on. We're going to play a little bit of distorted guitar. So when I first wrote this, I'm like, oh no, I wanted to put some, some synth, some distorted guitar, some piano, some acoustic guitar. I wanted to record everything in this song. So I didn't quite know what I was going to do with this. So it kind of turns from like I said at the start, it's a bit of a Dropkick Murphy style song. We've got the acoustic guitar, we've got the bass, we've got the drums, and now we're going to add in some dirty distorted guitar. So let's hit the record button without any further. Actually, we're monitoring the bass for some reason. We will we'll record this vocal again just so that we can watch our track here. Again, good tip here. We'll hit the record button and we'll just make sure that we're, yes. So we don't want any distortion at the start here. This is like a nice clean bit with just our hi-hat and our bass and our acoustic, and then get ready for it. All right, so I don't like that tone, and I didn't like what I played there. I have to remind myself of what I actually played when I did this part. I think I just hung out on the G, actually. I think I'm trying to go a bit too fancy here. Yep, just the G. And it was just the 2 notes. Yep, cool. So that's what we wanted. And you know what? That tone's not right. So let's, we don't want a distorted tone quite like that. So we're going to tap here. We're going to go to a crunchy tone. So what if we go with something more like the modern UK tone, which is like a, yeah, even that's a little bit too distorted. What about the classic crunch? Yeah, we'll go with that for now. We may need to change that up. The beauty part of using an amp sim is you can change it after the fact. How cool is that? So we will come back to our track view. We've got our 2 tracks here ready to go. Let's just try this again, and I'm just going to record this part. Should be the... All right, ready? Let's do it. There's our opening. We just want the 2 hits here, so yeah. Right. and that's where I have to write the next chord progression. I haven't quite got there yet. All right, let's take off the other guitar, take off the hard rock guitar here, and let's just hear what this sounds like coming out. I'm still not convinced with that tone, but I think it's the right sort of sound. Let's right sort of chords that we're playing here. And yeah, it's the right it's the right sound, but it's not the right tone. So let's just play a little bit with the tone. Obviously, we got 26 more days here, people. So let's not stress about the tones here right now. But if we change this up, if we go to something more like the Americana crunch, let's play this. No, that's got no distortion at all. What about I like the Rio Grande, or the Sunshine Drive actually is quite nice. Let's try this. Yeah, that's kind of more like it. So if we come back here, I've got all these solos on. We need to take all the solos off. Let's play this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, Sunshine Drive. That's the tone we need. All right, let's see what we've got here, because we're going to finish up shortly, but I wanted to get this part of the track down. So let's just review here. We're going to actually kill. Let's get rid of, delete these original tracks. None of these are staying in here. Let's just clean house a little bit. So my original drums, my original guitar. I don't need this anymore. I know what the hard rock guitar was trying to do. I've now replicated it. I've also replicated the bass here. We've got, all right, if we unsolo everything, and we'll just delete these lead vocals, which is just this dummy track. So we have the drums here. We've got our 2 tracks panned left and right of our acoustic guitar. We've then got a third acoustic guitar that's just the play on part. We've got our bass guitar here, and we've got our classic crunch here. So let's not tap that. Let's take a listen at how this has all come together and what it's sounding like so far for our Songtember song. That's just me practicing. We'll remove that, shall we? I'm liking those acoustics panned left and right, right? All right, here it comes. And I would walk 500. I won't sing any more of that, otherwise I will get a copyright violation here. But yeah, I think that's an okay start. I think we're away. So I was a bit worried. Like I said, I was worried that using the acoustic and building it based on the acoustic was going to make it too much of a folky acoustic-y track. But I think what we've got here is that we've built it up, and we've now got ourselves. Well, still got that going on. Let's just play a little. Sorry, can't ever resist. As soon as you hear a guitar like that, let's turn the monitoring off. That's better. So what have we done here? Well, we've gone from having just a bit of a scratch recording. We've still got a scratch recording. Like, very little of this will stay in the final song. But this is how I start building out an arrangement and start playing with my track, is that we've got acoustic guitar, we've got drums, we've got bass, and we've got a distorted guitar there that kicks in. So let me know. We'll unplug the guitar here. I'll try not to break it or knock over anything this time. Let me know what you think here, because the beauty part of doing this and doing this on the channel here over the month of September, or Songtember if you like, is that we're going to be able to be interactive. So if you've got ideas about this, if you think, no, Pete, you need to do this, you need to change this, you need to add in some glockenspiel on that second verse, then you're going to be able to tell me as we go along. So thank you to those that have been here live. I'm just going to jump back over here and see. So yes, thank you to Ron, thank you to Ultimar, to Higgy Drums, to Ethan Lai Music, and Barry Smith, who's joined us in here. Gussie Wells, hey to you. Darren Bright, hello to you. Christopher Clauro's got some questions there. Logic Pro X, Mac on Logic Pro X. Well, I hate GarageBand. Oh, well, this is going to be a bad channel for you to hang out on, my friend. I'm sorry. I like GarageBand. I think it's great, especially on my iPhone here. We can get some good things recorded. And Songtember, great idea. Very cool concept, says Gussie Wells. Thank you. And hello to Aramasia. Very late, but hello. Yes, and my streaming service here is not doing my comments thing tonight. So sorry, I've had to jump back and forth between the two of them here tonight. And Alan Cook has just joined in as well. So sorry, we are just finishing up, folks. But what you can do is, if you are here live at the end, or if you're watching on the replay, you will have seen it all anyway, but you can jump back and check out the replay of what we did here. So what we have done, again, one more time to review, and then I'll play it once to finish off here, and then we'll finish off the stream, is that we've got our original drums there that are just a bit of a rough drum idea. We've recorded a couple of tracks of acoustic guitar. We've recorded a third track of acoustic there. We've got our bass guitar part that we've started working on there, and then we've got our electric guitar part as well. If you want to join me next time, I'm sure we'll be adding even more to this, and make sure you drop your comments down below if you got some value out of this. If you found this a bit fun and entertaining, hit the like button. But let's play us out here now with my song. Now, it's called, it has no name, so if you want to throw a name suggestion in the comments too, I'm all ears on that. But let's take a listen here to what this is sounding like at the moment. And remember, we're only 4 days in, and if you want to join Songtember, #Songtember, check out the link down in the description. You can join us. You can create your own song as well. Let's finish up by seeing how this is sounding.